In this video, I would like to talk about the visual representation of derivatives. If we draw a very simple plot with just one single variable function where we have the independent variable x, the dependent variable y, and we have our usual function, which can be any function, okay, defined in a certain domain. If we want to compute the derivative of the function, let's say this is point x, and this is the value that the ordinate takes at this point, which is y of x, or if you want f of x, then the derivative at this point can be represented like this. We have to draw here another line. This is a point. This line represents the abscissa of x plus dx, and at this point here we draw a horizontal line here which gets to this point, which is y of x plus dx. And remember that the derivative of y prime calculated at the point x is equal to y of x plus dx minus y of x divided by dx. So if we enlarge this portion of the plot, let me redraw it here, I can draw something like this. This is a small piece of this curve here, and when we move to the infinitesimally small, this line here is not a curvy line, and this can be approximated very well by a straight line, because we are moving towards the infinitesimally small, so every small piece here can be approximated by a very small line. If we draw a rectangular triangle here with a 90 degrees angle here, we have this point as an abscissa of x plus dx, this point as an abscissa of x, and the difference between these 2 points here is simply y of x minus y of x plus dx, just like that. So if we take the derivative, in this case, of the function at the point x, this simple definition here, what does it give us? Also, let me say that the length of this piece on the abscissa is just dx, because it's x plus dx minus x, so that's dx. So this ratio of y of x plus dx minus y of x over dx is very similar to the ratio of this line and this line. Why do I say is very similar and not equal to? Well, because in this case there is a minus sign here, because this thing here is simply minus y of x plus dx minus y of x, but this is not really important here. What is the ratio between this side and this side? Well, that's defined as the tangent of this angle, right? So in this case the derivative is simply equal to minus, or in this case the minus sign, let me say that is not very important, minus tangent of alpha, this angle here. Or if you want, you can also define it in terms of the tangent of this other angle, which is pi minus alpha. We will get into some details of trigonometry, we will revise some trigonometry, so don't worry about it, but for those of you who know, the tangent of alpha is minus sine alpha over cosine alpha. Right? So if we want to define it in terms of pi minus alpha, we could also rewrite it simply as sine of pi minus alpha divided by cosine of pi minus alpha. If you do the computations here, this ratio is equal to this ratio, but I will not give you the details of why. So this is also equal to the tangent of pi minus alpha. This is simple trigonometry. I will tell you some tricks to remember some trigonometry formulas in a few lectures, which may be very useful if you don't like to remember formulas. In general, if you want to derive formulas, okay, by using your intuition, and this helps you by reasoning, not just remembering. So in this lecture I just showed you a simple way to attribute a very important meaning to derivatives, and I will conclude the lecture by saying that the ratio of these two sides here, let me redraw for one last time the triangle. This is the side dx, and this side is simply in absolute value, yes, it's y of x plus dx minus y of x. Apart from the sign, it's not really important. This difference here sometimes is denoted by dy. It means a very small increment, or if it is negative, a negative increment, decrement of the variable y. Okay, so this is just dy. The derivative is also denoted as dy over dx. This is what I introduced in the last lecture. The meaning of this ratio is given by this geometric construction.